Call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye. Pass. Thank you.
I have one tax matter today. I'm requesting a refund of an assessed fee for Kira Gardner in Tax District 14 for $110. She renewed her vehicle registration and was involved in a car accident that totaled her vehicle prior to the expiration date. And she's requesting that refund. The state has already processed their portion. She hit a deer.
Deer one.
Yeah, the deer one.
Gave its
Well,
life,
maybe
but
not.
won.
It was, yeah.
Okay, call
that
for a
the only
motion.
one?
I'd make that motion, Mr. Chairman, to approve the claim refund for Clara Gardner for $110 on vehicle registration.
Any discussion? Call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Anything else? Tax matters. Okay. Next one is Heidi, 2024 SHSP grant.
Heidi Lundberg, Emergency Management. The Utah Division of Emergency Management awarded Uintah County a grant in the amount of $91,734.73 from the 2024 State Homeland Security Program grant. And so I'm just asking for that approval.
Does that go all to Uintah County, or is that divided up among the groups?
So this amount is what Uintah County will be in charge of. Some are region projects, but each county has their own amount that they've been
Right.
awarded. Yeah.
Okay.
They've been doing it different. In years previous, they've just said the whole amount to all 3 counties, but now we've split it out.
Okay.
So
What did you call the acronym? SHSP?
yes, State Homeland Security Program grant.
What does the P stand for?
Program.
Program.
Program grant?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I would make a motion that we approve the 2024 State Homeland Security Program grant in the amount of $91,734.73.
Any discussion? Call for a vote.
Aye.
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 Good job for applying for it, and I don't know what all that consists of, but
You done well.
Thank you.
Ms. Craven.
Mr. Chairman, how come the pink hat? And I know.
He's going to tell you.
Well, thank you for asking. I might have forgot. I've been enjoying it all day. So it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so I have been enjoying this beautiful pink hat all day, which those of you that know me just goes so well with my normal dress that I am accustomed to. But thank you, Brad, for pointing that out. So if you have not taken the opportunity to take care of your preventative exams, you know someone, a family member, a friend, please reach out to them and remind them how important it is to take care of preventive care is what saves lives. So with this being Breast Cancer Awareness, and being a survivor of breast cancer, I would just like to really promote breast cancer awareness and preventative care. So that is the pink hat, and I did it in country style. So, which also, you know me, I am a cowboy kicking, boot wearing person every day of the week. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. All right, onward to business. So we are going to review vision today. It should not take very long. This is the last piece of our puzzle to complete our self-funded insurance. We had asked our broker to go back and find a insurance that would be equal to what would help with not having disruption to our employees with the plans that are also available in our community. So with utilizing IMED, this is the carrier which the county utilizes at this time, IMED through Cigna. The monthly premium, oh, my thing just went down, or the annual premium being $64,110, so which is basically then a rate hold with what would be matched with Cigna as well. So we're suggesting that we move forward with IMED. I had showed earlier the different providers that IMED works with, not only locally, but also out in the Wasatch Front. And I have those documents on the back for review as well for anyone who would like to see those. I could go through a couple of those if you would like me to.
Sure.
Okay, so some of the retail chains, other than our local providers, are Costco, Sam's Club, Walmart, Target, and VisionWorks. One of the things that is really wonderful about our county insurance that I have thoroughly enjoyed, as you can see I'm sporting those today, is the $200 that our county provides for frames. One of the things that going self-funded that we are picking up with IMED is an additional 15% off that comes with that IMED carrier. And then up to $200 for disposable contacts. So that just meets you whether you just choose to go with frames or utilize contacts. And then the going then down through the frequency, your exams, lenses, contacts, those types of things being included. There was a question that Commissioner Norton had brought when we went through this over the participation requirements, and it showed a minimum of 10, and we had thought maybe that's a typo or a misprint, and I checked with that, and that is just a participation requirement. They're obviously knowing that we're going to meet our requirements, and so that is just 10 participants from the county to meet that requirement.
Currently, we have how many participants?
Let me go back to page
227?
2. Currently, let me scroll down. Oh, it keeps jumping on me.
I'm just looking at what you gave us.
Yeah, so that's it. Yes, I'm sorry, my screen is
27.
jumping.
Okay.
Yeah, currently we have 227.
We beat 10 by a little bit.
Yeah, we beat 10. We're pretty comfortable in that. Oh, Mike, do you have a question?
Just looking at this, Commissioners, my recommendation is this is a bundled plan.
Yes, this is
So
bundled.
you pick health insurance, you're gonna have dental, vision, you're gonna have
Right.
them both. This is showing employee, employee spouse, employee child, one child, more child. I would suggest we have a single,
Right,
two-party, family premium.
right. And that's the way it will be
So,
built. I'm not sure why they spread it out so much, because that's the way our plans are built, and that's how we put them out when we do them in open enrollment, are that way.
so there's no picking and choosing. If you want just dental or vision, you gotta have all of it.
We did, just for clarification, last year we did provide, because we do have some employees that have medical through their spouse, we did offer a dental and vision only plan. And so we do offer that as well. And we did that last year also. So I don't know how Clerk-Auditor feels about that. So,
Where we're going back to self-funding, we want all participants. So to let them shop this, you're getting adverse selections. You're gonna get people that have a lot of dental work, oh, you got dental, so I'm gonna take dental and not the rest of it because I can get it somewhere else cheaper or something. It's gotta be a joint, it's all or nothing type of deal. So cherry picking, I guess what you'd refer to it as, is not a good idea being self-funded. It needs to be, we're all or nothing with them.
Okay. That's
So
what we've
just
been in the
my
past,
comment.
right?
Right,
When
and that's what
we're-
it was in the past, is
With the self-funding, it was just all one, okay.
correct.
All or nothing. Okay, do we have a motion?
I did want to just bring out one other thing. Oh, I guess I can do it after the motion.
That's when we do questions and answers.
Okay. Were you going to say something? I didn't want to
No, you
interrupt.
do. I'll make the motion.
Go ahead, and then I'll ask.
Okay. Oh, man. All right. I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to approve the vision carrier as presented by Tonya Craven. I don't know if I need to add anything else in there, John, or not.
That'll do it. Okay. Any questions, comments, statements?
No, it was just a statement, it's not a question. I just wanted to also bring up the fact that our rates with the other previous were only guaranteed for 1 year. This is a guaranteed rate until 2028, till the
yes.
end of December of 2028. And then it pretty much mirrors what
It
we've
does,
had.
it does mirror,
Okay.
yeah.
Doesn't it exactly, yeah.
I apologize for that ping. I thought I was silencing and I hit the wrong button, so I apologize.
Tell them hi for us. Okay. Any further discussion? All for a vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so the next thing is the business associate agreement. I sent this with some additional documentation up to John and Karina for it to be reviewed. This is our contract with Delta Dental. I did the integration conversation with them last week, just trying to stay on track to get us moving forward into our self-funded and do all of that. We have a meeting again this week with Maritime, but this one, just so we can get it signed and move forward, is just a standard contract with our Delta Dental provider that was approved in our last commission meeting. And it was, John looked through it, felt as though it was a straightforward contract, and just looking for approval of a signature.
Okay, and I did get information that the attorney's office had seen it and approved it. Okay.
And you have a copy of it there with you, John, for your
I do.
signature.
So, and we'll call for a motion for a business associate agreement.
I'll make a motion that we approve the business associate agreement from Delta Dental.
Any discussion? Call for a vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
All right, thank you very much. And go get your preventative care exams, male and female.
All right, Mr. Stearmer, you have the floor.
So, Commissioners, I have before you the answer to all of our financial woes. There is an operating financial agreement with OVINTIV on some mineral gas interest that Uintah County holds to the amount on a piece of property of 0.00000036%. So obviously, Mike, you don't have to worry about any of our budget this next year. That being said, because it's such a low amount, usually when we're disposing of our real property, which also includes oil and gas interest, we have an ordinance that we follow that sends it out to bid and everything else. I'm advising the county that because of this interest, because its interest is so low, we just don't go through that process. OVINTIV has put together some paperwork where we could pool that into an operating agreement. And so I've noticed it up that way on the agenda. I would like to just explore with them, just doing a straight lease with them like we normally do. Just I'll reach out to their contact. It's Lone Wolf Energy on behalf of OVINTIV, and reach out to them and just say, can you kick over your standard lease? And then that way, at least the paperwork follows what we normally do but because it is such a small amount, like, I don't even know what that would be. We might as well not even print it out on paper because we just burned our royalty, is essentially what we're dealing with here. But if the commission is okay with that, I wanted to present it. Obviously, we can go into the joint operating venture with everybody else. But my advice is we just stay with the normal leasing of our royalties, and then that way it gets recorded in the recorder's office and it follows standard forms that we're all used to, even though it isn't going to be doing, it's not going to be doing much for the county, if anything. So if that makes sense, I noticed it up as what was being presented, but I would actually like to exercise the last paragraph in their cover letter that says, should we wish to lease our interest to OVINTIV or have any questions, we can reach out to, and his name is, or the individual's name is Kenny Grainer, and gives a phone number with Lone Wolf Energy that I can just reach out to them, and if that's acceptable, then I can bring a lease back to commission meeting, and we just lease it. But so as far as this goes, if the commission is okay with that, maybe if there's just a motion that under these circumstances, we're not going to follow our normal real property disposition ordinance, because it makes no sense to try and get bids on such a minuscule amount of a property interest.
Do we know what that equates to, money-wise?
No. The property description, let me find that. Let me see if they even have it on. It's one wellhead dealing with sections 1 and 12, Township 3 South, Range 1 West. And there's one wellhead there, and we are a residual owner based off of, I don't know how you pronounce this individual's name. BERHEMIAKANAPATCH. And we're the successor on that.
Okay.
If we lease it, the terms that I can tell you, if we lease it, it's just 3/16 lease royalty rate, which is somewhat standard. I'm just so excited about this amount of money. I mean, I can barely contain myself up here about the prospect that's going to bring to Uintah County.
All right, I'll attempt a motion on all of that. I make a motion that we
Do you want me to help you on it?
suspend. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you're heading in the right direction. Motion to suspend our normal real property disposition ordinances for this property only because of the very small amount of interest that we have in it.
Took the words right out of my mouth. That's my motion.
Any discussion, comments, questions?
No, other than it would be so you'll be bringing something back to us?
Yes,
The lease,
this isn't
correct?
doing anything, except I'm just asking if the commission is okay that we just don't follow the ordinance in this particular matter because it's so small.
Okay. If you wouldn't mind though, somehow figuring out what that lease, it'll tell us the amount, won't it, in the lease?
Well,
Or-
because it's just on it's on a royalty, so it depends on how
Whatever
much
it-
the well produces, and then it's the 3/16 lease royalty, but based on a 0.00000036% of that. I mean,
Yeah. We do not physically own the property. We're just through their line of royalty owners. Through there, we acquired this. So you said disposition of real property. We're not really disposing of real property.
well, it's our disposition of real property ordinance.
That has the leases in, okay.
That has the oil and gas. Usually,
Lease.
we do a quarterly lease auction, and we
Right.
get parties to submit information, and then we open it up in public meetings. And that's why I'm saying, for this case only for such a small amount.
We're not a large player in this, if you can figure that much out.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so I'll reach out to the contact and then just say we would like to just follow your normal leasing. Can you provide a copy of your lease? And then that would need to come back to commission meeting for approval. And we can state all of that on the record again, just so people understand why I'm asking to suspend that for this particular matter.
Okay. Now is the time for public comment. Public comment is a time for public comment, not public debate. The county will listen to the comments made and take them into consideration. The county will not respond to comments or answer questions. Comments made might be something the county has no power to act upon. This is a recorded public meeting. If someone would like to make a comment, they will need to wait until the microphone is available and state their name for the record. Please be respectful, no interrupting. Please wait your turn. Total of 15 minutes will be allocated for public comment. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to make their comment. If anybody would like to make a public comment besides the rodeo girl.
Yeah. I meant to say something while I was up here, but my brain fog. Brenda Donald is here, and I just think that we need to recognize when we have outstanding leadership in our county. And down at the One Utah Summit, she was awarded the Transformational Leader Award, and that is an exceptional thing that we are able to have someone of her caliber in our county. And I just think that needed to be recognized and appreciated. So we appreciate you, Brenda, and we're very thankful to have you here.
Brenda
That was
McDonald.
for the whole state.
Thank you. I was going to do that after the public comment, but you did it for me. Thank you.
Commissioners, for the record, my name is Mark Caldwell. I'm back for the 4th time with the same request. So 28 days ago, I came and I asked that you hold a public meeting and take comments from the public on a tax that you intend to impose upon us, that you did impose upon us through a resolution back in May. And that new tax will generate $4.485 million. And from the documents that you've published, you say that it'll all be spent on public safety. You say you need it because the county's running a budget deficit in 2024, and the county is going to run a budget deficit in 2025. You told us that the county would run a budget deficit in 2023. When 2023 was over, you had $8 million surplus. So it's hard for the public to believe, especially when we can't ask questions. So there's no evidence that the county's presented that you're going to run a budget deficit. In 2025, the budget increase for public safety in your budget right now is only $1.2 million. So, and you're bringing in about $5 million. The public safety has run a surplus the last 3 years. Last 2023, public safety surplus in their budget was $1.29 million. This is a comparison of your 2025 budget and your 2024 budget. So the jail complex is going to go up $872,000. Sheriff is going to go up $300,000. That's $1.18 million. Where's the other, $3.5 million going? Is that my time?
I think that's what that means.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to figure it out myself. I got too many times in here.
You are always welcome to call and make an appointment with one of us and meet. We would be happy to do that.
Anyone else? One more.
Well, two more. Brenda had one.
Tammy Meekum, Mr. Caldwell, you come every week, and you say the commission is willing to spend the tax revenue on raises, and I actually wish I could pull up your thing that you just presented. That is untruth. The commission would get in so much trouble if they did a tax that was committed to the public safety, and then if they gave it for raises or their interest. So in a sense, you're being untruthful.
Thank you.
Brenda McDonald. I know I'm speaking to the choir here, but if anybody is online, I'm really promoting Property Watch. Last week, KSL did a thing on the news about Property Watch and property fraud, property being stolen, and it's a real thing. We have had Property Watch in Uintah County since 2019. I have had it in the newspaper a couple times. I've had it on the radio a few times. I have put it everywhere I can. I go to the Golden Age Center. I've gone to different clubs, American Legion. We only have less than 1,600 properties on Property Watch out of 23,000 properties in Uintah County. Please spread the word to family, friends. This is for people to sign up for their own property to watch it. What happens if something comes in and it's not something they've done, they get an email and they can come in and get a copy of that and start a police report. But I don't know people's signatures or who people are. And so we can't do it alone. It takes the property owners to do this. So really spread the word. I don't know how to get it out, but it was on TV, on the news, and it would be good for people. I shared it on Facebook for whoever. I don't usually do Facebook, but I did share it. So there's a link there to watch their program. But please help me get the word out.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Adjourned.
We are adjourned.